Hello everyone, this is Mike. Welcome to my channel, my tech savvy. Yes, you've guessed it. We have for today another Lenovo ThinkPad review. I will be reviewing today this beautiful ThinkPad T470s. I have here the box and everything, but unfortunately, as you can see, you get a cardboard box, you get the laptop inside it and the charger, and that's about it. So it's a pretty Spartan package with this ThinkPad range. Let's just put the box aside and get on to more serious stuff. I will start off with the charger, which is a normal power brick for Lenovo. Let me just go through the specs really quick. You can see all of them here. It's once again a 45 watt charger. We have the manufacturing date here and the usual port for charging. Let's put this aside. I will try and discover if this is maybe one of the best compact flagships that you can buy in 2020. I made a similar video the previous year with the T460s and one the previous year with the T450s. I will link them both in the video description. This is the successor to the T460s and sits just between the T470 and the X1 Carbon. It's a bit more compact compared to the T470, but it has a big advantage: the weight. This laptop weighs around 1.4 kilograms, which is really light. What I have in front of me is a mid-tier configuration. It's an i5 and it only has a full HD panel, and probably the price was around 1,500 euros, something like that, when launched. I will now discuss a few details about the hardware parts, and then we will power up the laptop and see some things from within. We have the usual magnesium chassis with a unibody construction. On the bottom we have magnesium. We have the laptop type here, 20HF40MX. This back and this front leaves a really good impression. It's true that you can see some fingerprints here on the front, maybe, but it's pretty good. We have a pretty good stability too, with these two hinges here, which are really stable and make this laptop really sturdy. Once again, in a traditional manner for this kind of laptop, the hinge can go 180 degrees. The lid is not so strong. It's made out of a plastic carbon fiber hybrid or something. It's not too strong. It carries a bit of flex, as you can see right here, but it's pretty good overall and better than average, I would say. You don't have any battery maintenance hatch, which is to be noted, and which was basically the same for the previous T460s. As I said, it has a weight of around 1.36 kilograms, which is pretty good for a compact laptop. It has a 14-inch display and it's quite sturdy given this lightweight construction. Now let's go forward with the connectivity parts. We don't have anything in front, no LEDs, no nothing. On the back, we don't have anything either, as opposed to the Dell Latitude competitor. And on the side, let's just start off quickly with the charging port, full USB 3.0. We have some vents here, combo 3.5mm jack and an SD card slot with no cover. On the other side, I think this is the Kensington lock ports, SIM card slots, full Ethernet, which is really nice. Now we have two USB-A's, of course USB 3.0, Thunderbolt, which can also be used to power up the device, full HDMI, and of course this port is also USB power. And last but not least, a smart card port here for the more business-like users. On the back, we have this docking station mount here, some vents, the two speakers, which are here on the sides. That's about it. Some exposed screws and not much else. It's quite good to note that these four like rubbery thingies keep it in place and make it pretty stable during day-to-day use. Regarding the maintenance parts, I would say right off the bat that it's pretty easy to remove this panel. You just have to loosen these screws here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have access to the batteries, you have access to the DDR4 slot, to the SSD slot and everything. So even though you don't have a maintenance hatch, it's extremely easy to disassemble it and work on it. Check out the interior. So we do have, in the typical Lenovo fashion, a very nice keyboard, incredible feel. It's quite similar compared to the T470s. In fact, I think it's the same keyboard, just as the case is still the same. The revised case came with the T480s. This 470s is basically an improvement on the previous T460s. You have a very nice concave key all over, and this chiclet keyboard provides very nice feedback. What really surprises me is that you have a lot of key travel as well, which is really nice for a laptop keyboard. You do have the function key here and the control keys, which can be reversed. And yeah, typical ThinkPad keyboard. We have a fingerprint scanner here, the touchpad here, and the touch point buttons here. And of course the red nipple here, which you can still use if that's your cup of tea. The panel that I have here is the IPS LCD with 1080p resolution. As you can see right here, we do have an i5 Kaby Lake processor. Let's now power it up and let's check out the boot time first. I will press the button right now. I think it's about 12 seconds in total, which is magnificent for a laptop which basically is like 2-3 years old, maybe even more. It's quite impressive. Of course, you have all the genuine parts inside, including the SSD and the RAM and everything. Let's now quickly go through the specs. We have a dual-core i5-7200U processor from Intel. This is the Kaby Lake generation built on 14 nanometers. You have a frequency of 2.7 gigahertz, the maximum frequency. It's quite okay for light tasks. I mean, dual core isn't that much right now. It's good that you have hyper-threading, so at least you have 4 virtual threads. In the RAM department, we have a single 8GB DDR4 RAM memory inside. Of course, you can install another one and just make 16 GB in dual channel configuration. You have the typical motherboard, nothing special. Graphics, we have the integrated HD 620 graphics. As storage, we have a NVMe Samsung SSD, and that's about it. We have integrated audio and peripherals, and yeah, that's about it. What I really love about Lenovo is the fact that they offer this Lenovo Vantage software, which is probably the biggest advantage with this kind of laptop. You can see right here that the laptop will benefit from warranty until 2021. You have 3 years of standard warranty. I had a problem with the display of this laptop right here in the bottom right part. There was a brightness issue. I took it to the warranty, and in less than 1 week I had it all fixed up, everything replaced, display and this border around it. So what I like about this Lenovo Vantage software is that you can first have this my device part where you can see exactly the specs and how much warranty you have, and extended my device settings menu where you can choose intelligent cooling, airplane modes, battery charge threshold, which is incredibly useful. So you can basically increase the lifespan of the battery, the overall lifespan, by adding values here. Basically the batteries will stay within these values and they will not be fully charged and discharged over time. So basically this will lower the battery cycles. Battery gauge test, always on USB. You can make a lot of changes here, just like you would from BIOS, but this is like very detailed. In audio, you have the Dolby audio and the audio optimization for voice over IP. Microphone, of course, suppress keyboard noise. You can make some microphone optimizations. Display and camera, and you do have some webcam settings, and of course input and accessories, where you can basically see some hidden keyboard functions. You can alter some keys depending on your usage and so forth. And you also have a user-defined key, which is really nice, and you can basically use it as a macro or something. Last but not least, you have the system update menu, where you just tap this, check for updates, and it will automatically identify the correct updates for your laptop. You don't need to go onto Lenovo's webpage, search there. No, it's as simple as this. You install this via the Windows Store or the Microsoft Store, whatever it's called, and that's it. It searches for updates, it installs them. You can do BIOS updates, you can do all kind of updates straight through this, which is incredible. In my case, I don't think it will find anything. And yeah, this is basically it. What I would suggest you to use this laptop for light tasks, for office, for browsing, for movie watching. It's one of the best choices, I guess. I haven't talked about the battery life. You do have two internal batteries. As you can see, I have about 33% left, and it says that I have, let's say, 1 hour and a half with Wi-Fi turned on, with, well, basically better performance, and the brightness is like 3/4 up, maybe even more. So it's quite okay, I would say, for a laptop of this age. To be honest with you, I also did some video editing on this laptop with Adobe Premiere, and it worked just fine. I had absolutely no issues with it, but right now I have a dedicated PC for that, so this is my portable machine, and it hasn't disappointed me so far. So if you'd like to buy a laptop which you will use for light scenarios, not gaming, not intense 4K video editing, this laptop should be more than enough. It's really nice that the price is not as high as you might think. Probably you can find a very good one, a mid-tier laptop just like mine, for around probably like 400 euros or even less than that. If you would find a top tier i7 one with a wide QHD display, maybe you can find it for a bit more, like 600 or 700 euros, but that's the absolutely top range. Just to keep a relationship with the previous videos about ThinkPads and Lenovo that I made, is this a good laptop for 2020? I would definitely say yes. There is some huge competition from competitors like HP with its Folio EliteBook range, from Dell with Latitude, and also from Lenovo itself, because you do have the T460, which has the same case but older internals overall. So previous gen internals, actually, it's not really that old. You do have the T480S, you do have the T490S, and of course you have the X1 Carbon, but that is much higher in price, and you'll have to take note of that if you're looking for a compact laptop which will be used for light tasks. This was my review for today of this beautiful Lenovo ThinkPad T470s. If you would like to find out more, like detailed stuff about it, feel free to ask me in the comment section below. If you like this video, please do press the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more similar videos in the future, also press the subscribe button, which will be displayed right here in the bottom left part. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. This was Mike the Tech Savvy. Until next time, bye.